Hey everybody, it's John with ROG Reptiles. We got another clutch of Red Bulls. Actually, an albino red to a Red Bull head albino. So we posted another video earlier of another female laying a clutch. So this is the second one of our Red Bulls laying. I'm gonna open the box and take a look at what we got. So let me open it up here and see what's inside. So this is a first time girl. This is her first clutch. Eggs look pretty good. It looks like a little bit of discoloration. That one there looks a little misshapen, but that doesn't really matter. The egg still looks good. She's kind of wrapped up around them. So it's one thing that can be an issue sometimes. Usually with most snakes, even though these don't incubate them themselves, like with pythons, they will wrap around them. You have to remove the eggs, kind of remove them off the pile of eggs. So when you do so, they'll usually grip the eggs, which sometimes they put a lot of pressure on them. The eggs are pretty tough, but depending on how calcified they are or under calcified, they could burst them. So usually with the colubrids, when I try to remove them, they'll do a little bit of squeezing. Sometimes if they're not adhered together real good, they might squeeze and pop an egg off and it might roll or something, which isn't good. Most of the time, if you can, get them in the right position, again, maybe candle them, see where the embryo's at in there. You can get them right side up. They usually do good. But, they will squeeze them, so it's kind of a situation where you got to be careful when you're removing them. These do look good for her first clutch again. Like I said, there's a little bit of discoloration. One of them looks a little misshapen, but that shouldn't be a problem. I've had clutches like that before where they've done fine. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to get her off of these. Looking at her body, I don't see any other swelling in there. Where it might look like she might have another egg in there. She looks pretty cleaned out, and she still's got really good weight on her, which is good. I don't normally try to double clutch. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Never really done it with bull snakes. So not even sure if they're an animal that actually will double clutch, but most colubrids usually do. But I don't usually try to push them too far. I've actually heard it was even better for them to produce a second clutch. Not just the bulls, colubrids in general, but it's not something I push them on. But she's got really good weight, so it shouldn't be a problem getting her feeding again and maintaining her good till next season. So we have quite a bit more coming up, so that's why I don't usually push them on trying to push more eggs out of them. A clutch per season is usually good for us. Sometimes I will do the hognose, second clutch on those. They've always done really great as far as producing a second clutch for us. This year, I haven't really done that. I think I've repaired one female. She had really good weight on her, so I went ahead and threw a male with her, so we'll see what she ends up coming up with later. But let me grab her and see if we can get a count on these eggs. So one of them just fell forward there, but isn't really a big deal. I'll put her off to the side. So let's take a look at what we got. This one just kind of fell, but it's still right up. I'll tilt it a little bit when I go to set up the egg box, but let me see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 eggs, which isn't bad for her first clutch. The other female we had was basically the same age, same size, and she pushed out 12 good eggs. which is really good. But I'm not complaining. I mean, these look great. Like I said, there's a little bit of discoloration there. Looks like it might be a little undercalcified on the shell, but the egg still looks good. So I'm thinking that'll hatch. And she's over here hissing a little bit, which is common for bulls. They're kind of noisy snakes. They make a lot of hissing noises, and you know, sometimes they'll strike or whatever, but I usually go right in and just pick them up, you know. But this clutch looks pretty good. I'm gonna get it set up. This is actually just our lay box, so I'll get another box set up to actually incubate the eggs in. You know, bull snakes are something I really enjoy working with. You know, we mostly just have the albinos and the reds. Probably later on I'll get into more, you know, different morphs or whatever. Some of the white side, some hypo stuff. But yeah, these look really good, so I'll get them set up, and then later on we'll get a video up of what our actual incubation chamber looks like. Excuse me. So yeah, I thank you guys for tuning in, and once we get all the eggs out, I'll be posting up videos for each clutch as it's laid, for the bulls, kings, milks. We got some hybrid stuff. We'll get all that up later. So I thank everybody for tuning in, and stay tuned, and we'll get more videos up later. Thank you.